Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Blissfully Single Bean. I'm your homegirl Bean, and I'm your blissfully single one. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope your Sunday was a blessed one. I know here in New York it was beautiful weather. It was a little bit chilly, but that's to be expected because the fall is upon us. But really lovely day, and I got a lot done. So I'm hoping you had a very productive Sunday as well. All right, y'all. Real Housewives of Potomac review. I got to say, first of all, thank you for the subscriber who gave me the phonetics lesson about how to pronounce Potomac. So now I got it now, Potomac. And what a beautiful city it is. I'm saying I got to take a visit out there just because I'm a Bravo nut. But anyway, Real Housewives of Potomac episode this week. I got to say, it was so hard for me to keep up. I don't know if it's because I had too many vodka cranberries today, or if the episode was just boring. But I think the episode was just boring. It seemed like a filler episode to me, but we're gonna go ahead and plunge along. Scene opens up with Wendy's beautiful brick home. Man, like when I tell you Potomac looks like they got some houses out there, man. I'm trying to move out to Atlanta. Perhaps Potomac should be my next stop, but I kind of feel like I don't have the money to move to Potomac. So Atlanta it is. Anyway, we open up to Wendy's beautiful brick home, and they're planning the sip and see for their daughter. Now, this is Wendy and her husband's first daughter, so this is really a big deal. So they're talking about the sip and see. And she explains that this sip and see is a ceremony to present her new daughter to the family and friends. Now, you know, Miss Wendy and her husband, their family has issues. And it was really weird the way that Wendy presented it. Wendy said, my husband's mother is intimidated by my mother, so, you know, they don't mess with each other. And Wendy's husband's family had the choice to either side with their mom or side with their brother. So I'm trying to understand why his mother had the insecurity and not your mother. Child, you Nigerians and your high standards kill me. They discuss possibly inviting the husband's family, and at first the husband's against it because there's been so much friction, and of course the siblings sided with their mom instead of their brother. So he doesn't know right now. But anyway, Wendy's talking about the guest list and who she's about to invite. And Wendy says she's inviting everybody else but Monique because nobody wants to be around Monique. Nobody wants to be around Monique? All right, girl, I guess. Girl, we can say you're not a fence rider, a child. You already decided you are not on Monique's side. And that's understandable because Candace is your close friend. And Candace is the one that got her ass whooped. So I get it. Ashley and Michael are in therapy. And I really don't have much to say about this scene because it's all the same bullshit. They get into therapy. They discuss what happened. Ashley let the therapist know that Michael ended up in a hotel room with someone else, and when the therapist tries to kind of unpeel the layers and understand what was Michael's thinking in doing something like that, Michael throws out the typical response, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy. So let me slow down this. We all have issues. I know I have daddy issues because my mom and dad, they separated at a very young age, but before the separation, I saw a lot of emotional trauma. At the same time, Sabine is grown as hell. Sabine has evolved, and Sabine is a single mother of 2 boys. I say all this to say I cannot go around doing fuck shit and not taking care of my kids, drinking and not working, leaving them in harm's way and saying to myself, well, my daddy did it to me, so I gotta do it to my kids. No, as parents, and Michael as a husband, you want to do better than what your daddy gave you. So every time I see these sorry asses, they come into therapy and say, it's not my fault, but my daddy did this, so I did it too. That's not a rationale for doing fuckboy shit. Leave your daddy out of this. At the end of the day, you should want to be a better person than your daddy. So when Michael was going on and on about his daddy, emotional issues, never said I love you, all that weak shit, I'm like, next scene. Ashley, of course, was tickled pink. She said, I think this therapy session has made us come closer. Really, Ashley? last week I saw a video, no, a couple of days ago, not last week, a couple of days ago, I saw a video of Michael grabbing someone's ass clear as day. Child, if you don't admit that you're in a marriage of convenience and stop fucking with us, Ashley, girl, I like you, but girl, keep it real. Karen and Ray, first of all, I have to say, out of all the Real Housewives of Potomac cast members, I have to say the Best Dress Award goes to Monique. Karen is a close second. Karen and Ray's scene, Karen had a nice, clean, white outfit on and a pair of clean Gucci skips on. And she looked so effortlessly glam. And I'm thinking, Giselle, you might want to take a cue or two from the Grand Dame, because that Grand Dame knows how to dress. Anyway, Karen and Ray are taking a stroll together, and Karen tells Ray about the trip to her town with Giselle and Ashley and how lovely it was. But then Karen goes into their marriage and the dynamic of their marriage, and Karen is saying, I was really upset when the therapist asked, if you love me, you didn't know what to say, so that hurt me to the core. Ray was very honest with it, and I really applaud you, bruh. Ray said, you know, you're kind of a different person now. And Karen alluded to that too. Karen said, I'm kind of in a different place than when we got married. And she is. Now she is a public figure. We know who Karen is. We're rooting for Karen. We love Karen. I know I love Karen. Karen has her perfumes all in the Bloomingdale's, and she has multiple doors of distribution. So she's at her peak right now, and Ray feels as if she's not giving him as much attention as he's used to. And it's like they're really in different stages in their life, and I'm hoping for the best because they've been married for such a long time. But right now things seem to be in a very precarious situation with Miss Karen and Mr. Ray. So I'm really hoping for the best of them. It's time to give that testimony to the grand jury. Candace is ready to put Monique Samuels away for life. For Life. Speaking of For Life, I've been binging on For Life on ABC. That's the show, the legal show that 50 Cent is the executive producer of. Oh my God, if you haven't watched it, please binge it. It is an easy binge and it is everything. Anyway, rewind. Candace is trying to lock Monique up for life for this fight. And at this point, it's like, for it is Jesus. Yes, it is Jesus. It's Jesus in my soul. Like, I need to sing a Negro spiritual, because if I tell you I can spend the whole season listening to Candace whimper, whine, and complain about this fight, Lord help me, I cannot. I get it. I get it. When I had my last fight, I'm 42 years old. I had my last fight when I was 12 years old. It was with a guy called, his name was Richard. I forgot what his last name was. Was it Lawson? Anyway, he beat me the hell up. I was devastated because I really thought my little ass can take on a guy. Anyway, he beat me the hell up. You know, when you cry because you're angry and you wish you could stab someone in the neck, but you couldn't stab someone in the neck because who's holding knives when you're 12 years old at Winthrop Junior High School? It's just not what it is. But my whole point of the story is I got beat the hell up. I came home with a busted lip. My mother said, somebody finally got your ass, right? You talk too much shit. Somebody finally got your ass. Now go sit your ass down somewhere. And then I got over it within a couple of days. I don't know. I've never been in a fight in my 30s, and I'm damn sure in my 40s not trying to fight anybody. I'm just not built for all of that. But it's like, Candace, are we really gonna play this victim card for the whole season? Because ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not going to sit here and look at Candace like some kind of victim who had no parts in any of this. And was Monique wrong? Monique was 99.8% wrong. But the 0.02% wrong, Candace, you have to own some accountability. You were in that woman's face, asking her to drag you. You were provoking her. So please stop acting like you guys got to the wine cellar, you picked up your wine, you were sipping and talking to Robin. Oh, Robin, how does it feel to be 7 foot tall in 2020? And then Monique ran up on you and like bashed your head up against the table. It didn't happen like that. So for Candace to be headed to the special prosecutor's office to be giving her testimony, and then she whips out the tissue and is about to cry. I don't know about you guys. I'm tired. We flash over to Robin. Robin is that 7 foot chick that we all love to hate. I know I love to hate her, which is crazy too, because I've been binging on Real Housewives of Potomac and I'm on season 4 right now. I should like Robin. I should like Robin because Robin represents the everyday woman. She's not full of the pomp and circumstances and the financial struggles that she's been through. I can attest to that too, particularly when I was with my children's father and he got to a point where he got sick of it and he left and I had to shoulder all of these bills by myself. Like, Robin should really be my favorite character, but the way her head is implanted into Giselle's ass permanently, I can't. Like, she can't think for herself. She thinks in line with what Giselle's peacock giraffe ass is thinking, and I'm just not here for it. But anyway, we flash over to Robin. Robin is in her townhouse. She's talking to the insurance, and we come to find out Robin has started a hat line called Embellish, and she's also flipping the houses, so she's in real estate. Child, whatever. I hope with all of these, you know, business ventures, she eventually figured out how to pay her taxes, because $90,000 in unpaid taxes, girl. Ooh. Anyway, she mentions that she needs to slow down on purchasing a home and getting married. Baby girl, Robin, BB, Roro. I'm trying to find a cute name to call you, Robin. What do you mean you got to slow down with buying a house? You have no choice to slow down buying a house. You have a $90,000 lien with our IRS. Ain't no bank on the face of this planet. Bitch, you can go to Haiti, and there's no bank in Haiti that's going to loan you the money to buy a home with almost $100,000 lien. Robin, wake up! Shout out to Spike Lee. Candace is having dinner with her friends. I don't care. She goes into the fact how she's a victim and how she's upset, and she went to the courthouse and she wants Monique prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I understand Monique should face repercussions for the fight that went down with Candace, but at the same time, girl, you can't act like you can get up in somebody's face and threaten to drag them and have, you know, not have to, you know, pony up, you know, some knuckle works yourself. You know what I mean? Same old, same old. Candace is being a victim. And again, this is not to excuse what Monique did. And my last review on Real Housewives of Potomac, I got mostly dislikes. And I understand why I got the dislikes. There's a lot of people who felt like I should have dragged Monique and said how wrong Monique was. And yes, Monique was wrong. But at the same time, it takes two to tango and it takes two to fight. So, child, Monique was mostly wrong. But Candace needs to accept her part in the fuckery as well. Moving on. Wendy is looking for venue spaces with her husband. Her husband wants to reconsider not inviting his family, so he sends an invite. He sends a text message invite to his family, and you know, he's really hoping for the best, so we'll see what happens. Ashley visits her Uncle Lump. You know, Uncle Lump is the one with cancer, and Ashley threw a really nice party for him. And Uncle Lump is the uncle that stepped in when Ashley's no good daddy just fled and didn't do shit for her or her mother. So they're talking, and then Miss Sheila, Ashley's mother, pops in with an eye patch looking, you know, like a one-eyed Willie. I'm like, child, what happened to your eye, girl? And, you know, they talk, and Ashley catches them up on the therapy session and what was going on, and Uncle Lump and Miss Sheila saying the same shit. We call bullshit. You know, daddy issues, schmatty issues, mammy issues, pappy issues. Ain't nobody care about your issues. You need to be man enough to love your family enough where you're not engaged with this kind of fuck shit. You know what I mean? So that scene was like, we get it, Uncle Lump, and we get it, Mrs. Sheila, but we need to know what happened with your eye. Wendy's sipping tea. Oh my God. as long as I've been binging this show, Robin was actually early. Child, I could not believe it. I'm looking around like, this is Robin early to an event, and Robin's annoyed because she's actually on time for some shit, and there's only what, 2 people there. Girl, I would have been annoyed too, but this is a Nigerian event, so you know you can't be showing up on time. The one time when you shouldn't be showing up on time, you showed up on time. And when Wendy met up with her during the sip and see a couple of hours later, Wendy said the same thing. This is a Nigerian event. You don't be showing up on time, just like Haitian events. You know how many of my cousins done got married? Do not show up on time. My last cousin's wedding, shout out to Chelsea, I love you, girl. I showed up on time. That bitch didn't start until 2 hours later. That's just how Nigerians, Haitians, Jamaicans, do you do it too? Drop down in the comment box. Haitian weddings, Nigerian weddings, or events, those are not events you show up to on time. Give it a 2-hour lateness span. Me? You know what I mean? So anyway, they pan over to Wendy on her way to the sip and see, and then news breaks that Monique has been charged with 2nd-degree assault. Child, Monique, I like you, but I feel bad for you. But this is really a lesson that you need to learn into adulthood. You can't put your hands on people and not expect people to come back after you legally. I had to learn that with my baby's father. Child, I've been arrested 3 times in my life. All 3 times had to do with my baby's father and putting hands on him or his car. I had to learn the hard way. Keep your hands to yourself, especially when it comes to the car. Child, I was almost facing a year in jail for stripping some fucking windshield wipers off of a car. But Monique, child, you got too much money to be in this fuckery. Yeah, so you know the charges, you know, all that stuff, you know, hit the fan on Wendy's way to the sip and tea. Anyway, the sip and tea is here. All the girls made it. All the girls made it except Monique, because of course Monique wasn't invited. All the girls look cute in their pink, especially Karen. Karen, oh, dang. I think I have a girl crush on Karen. I don't care. Sue me. Anyway, they sit down. They talk about the charges. Giselle and her phony ass talking about, oh, Candace, I know you don't want her to go to jail. And Robin, the parrot, oh, no, we don't want Monique to go to jail. Child, I really do not believe any of you gives 2 shits about if Monique goes to jail or not. Miss me with that. But, you know, Candace is furious, and Candace says, what do you mean we don't want anyone to go to jail? I would like to prosecute Monique to the fullest extent of the law. If that means jail time, that means jail time. And Giselle says, listen, I looked it up. She can do like 5 years in jail, which she'll never do 5 years in jail. When I got into it with my baby's father, they were talking about up to 1 year in jail. Ain't nobody putting a single mother in jail for up to 1 year. Anyway, things go back and forth, and things actually get resolved. And I will have to say, this whole charge bullshit that Candace put on Monique, it was eventually dropped. The judge threw it out. I think the judge saw the footage and saw these were 2 grown-ass women not acting their age and engaging in a fight. So the ladies are conversing about all of this. And of course, Robin and her 8-foot-long ass neck comes into the picture and says, well, ask Karen, well, Karen, do you look at anyone any different due to this? And Karen is not with the bullshit. And I understand Karen's point of view. Everyone wants Karen to crucify Monique, but Karen is Monique's friend, and she's not going to do that. Plus, Karen sees what a lot of us sees. These were 2 women that got into it, and it escalated. So Robin asked Karen that question. At this point, I'm like, Robin, shut the fuck up. Girl, shut the fuck up. Your ass needs to shut the fuck up. Robin wants Karen to pick a side, and I want Robin to pick a suitable stylist. I want Robin to pick a husband or a future husband who's actually into her. I want Robin to pick an accountant to make sure she's not $100,000 in the hole with the IRS. Shut the fuck up, Robin. You have issues you need to deal with. This whole I hate Monique train, and I'm trying to turn everybody, you know, against Monique train. Girl, you got other issues to deal with. Bigger fish to fry. Robin, I'm over you and your long neck. I just don't get the point of Robin. I really don't. And I have to say, if this whole Monique and Candace fight didn't go down, I have to wonder how many of these ladies would actually have a storyline. Robin, would you have a storyline? Candace, would you have a storyline? If you didn't fight Monique, what else would we be talking about? Did your mama go upside your head again? It's just so annoying to me. And we need something else to focus on. This better not be a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where, it's just the one subject, for the whole season. I don't want to see that. But anyway, besides the fact that I want Robin to shut the fuck up, Ashley chimes in. Ashley says, well, what was it? No. Before Ashley chimes in, Giselle, of course, offers the fact that, it was definitely an assault. And Ashley jumps in and Ashley says, well, I was in the bathroom, but I heard the both of them raising their voices and it escalated from there. So Ashley is of the same mind that I am, and a lot of people are. Monique didn't run across the room and bop Candace upside her head. These women got into it verbally and it escalated and got to a physical point. And that's really what Ashley was trying to say. And then Candace says to Ashley, oh, well, you're being bought. Somebody's paying you. Ashley says, and this is where it's like, listen, you can say whatever you want about Ashley, but I have been binging Real Housewives of Potomac, and Ashley will always have an answer for that ass. For that boondock, Ashley will always have it. Ashley said, who's paying me? Who's paying me, Candace? Ashley said, I have a husband who's a millionaire. I don't need anybody to pay me. I said, oops. Ashley, girl. Bitch. So Candace is in her feelings because Candace is of the point of view that everybody should be jumping on her side and crucifying Monique. And at the same time, I will say this for the 50th time on this review, Monique was mostly wrong, but Candace needs to accept her accountability in this bullshit. Because if somebody is in my face talking about drag me, bitch, drag me, or you're daring me to drag you, what's up? You can't expect for things to not get to an ugly level. Monique didn't attack you. You and her were in each other's faces, and it was what it was. Was Monique dead ass wrong? Monique was dead ass wrong for putting her hands on you. Monique should have had the emotional intelligence to see your little ass and to see exactly what she could do to your little ass and walk the hell away. But she didn't do that. And now she put herself in jeopardy. And I'm very annoyed about that. And I'm very annoyed about the stance that Monique took earlier in the season where she didn't have remorse. And I'm extremely annoyed in the earlier parts of the season where Monique was coming after Candace. And you saw that. So when Candace got to a point where she was sick of it and she was going back and forth with Monique, listen, when punks jump up and get beat down. At the end of the day, I am a 42-year-old woman, 130-something pounds, 5'4". I can't be sticking my finger in anybody's face asking them to drag me because there's a possibility that Sabine will get dragged. Sabine has not had a fist fight in over 20 years, so there's a strong possibility I will get my ass kicked. I say all this to say, don't want none, won't be none. That's it. That was my review of Real Housewives of Potomac. Thank you guys so much. Everybody who is listening, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching my other video. I got a lot more dislikes than I got likes, and I have a feeling it's because I didn't do what everybody wanted me to do, which is throw Monique under the bus. And I'm not going to throw Monique under the bus. Monique was 99.8% wrong, but the fact is Candace has some accountability here, and if y'all don't want to hear it, y'all don't want to hear it. But again, I thank everybody for listening and for rating, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, and if you guys are in the Brooklyn and Queens area, my cousin just opened up a restaurant called Tasty Breeze. Delicious Haitian Caribbean cuisine, oxtail, creamy rasta pasta. I'll put the information in the description box. You have a great evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.